this video, I'm going to show you how to use Google Vids for screencasting. Google Vids is an app that now lives in your Google Drive, just like Docs and Slides. So I'm going to head on over to my Google Drive. Here I am, and I'm going to go up to the plus new button and select Google Vids. Next, it gives me some options of how I'd like to start my video. The easiest way to get started with a screencast is to use this record option here. You could also just open a blank vid. I'm going to click on record, and then it's going to ask me how I want to make my screencast. So I could choose to start with the camera, which means it's just going to show my webcam like you see now. So if I had a picture or something that I wanted to hold up and talk about, I could do that using the camera option. If I choose camera and screen, it'll put my webcam image in the corner, which I can move around during the screencast. And I will also choose which screen I would like to share. So for example, I could choose this tab here and then click share to share that tab during my video. The next option is screen, which means during my screencast, I'm not going to use my webcam and I'm only going to show my screen. And again, I can choose which tab, window, or entire screen I'd like to share, and then click the blue share button to get started. Finally, my last option is audio. This means I'm just going to record some sort of audio. I'm not going to use my webcam, and I'm also not going to share my screen. For any of these options, to get started with the recording, you're going to click the red record button at the bottom. It will count down. You'll make your recording, and then when you're done, you'll click the red stop button. After you've stopped your recording, you can preview it. And if you like it, you can choose insert, meaning add this into my Google Vid. I'm going to click that. Now you can see it's added my recording down here as a scene in my Google Vid. Once you're done with your recording, you can go up to the blue share button, and just like Docs or Slides or any other Google app, you can share that the same way. So I'm going to click on that blue share button. I can choose who I'd like to share with, and then click done. These screencasts that you create through Google Vids will always be saved in your Google Drive. You can also edit screencasts in Google Vids, so I'm going to go here to a Google Vid where I have done a lengthy screencast. There's some very simple editing options, for example, trimming. So if I hover over the end of a scene down here on the bottom, I can click and drag to trim that from either end. I can also move my playhead around here and then right-click to get additional editing options. If you want to know more about editing video in Google Vids, head on over to the PVUSD YouTube channel. There you can find this video, Google Vids, The Basics, and that'll teach you a lot about editing in Google Vids. Finally, I want to mention that you can assign Google Vid projects through Google Classroom. Here in Google Classroom, I've created a brand new assignment. I've given the assignment the title, Tell Me About the Book You Read. So my students are going to create a screencast telling me about the book they read. And down here under Create, I'm going to click that button and you can see Google Vids as an option. I'm going to click on that. It's going to attach a Google Vid and then automatically open it in case I want to make some modifications to the Google Vid that I'm sending out to my students. So I can put some instructions, an outline, directions, anything here. And then when I'm ready to assign it to my students, I'm going to come back over to Google Classroom. Notice you have those same file sharing options that you do with other Google apps. So I can use that and select Make a Copy for each student and then click Assign. I hope you enjoy screencasting with Google Vids.